this is the most rancid process ever.
Well, if it's mold, it's gotta be.
Dry skin. I need 72 hours hydration.
I hope they're fermenting dog turds. Just so y'all know. Oh. Oh, blue cheese. Nasty.
Stilton is a creamy and crumbly British blue cheese whose roots date back to the early 1700s. It tastes...
And guess what? All the people that were eating this back in the 1700s, guess what? Every last one of them's dead now.
I would hope so.
And guess what? They all ate blue cheese. So let that tell you something.
mellower and less salty than many other varieties of blue cheese. Always produced in an 18-pound cylinder format,
So
it has
nasty.
veins of blue mold radiating from the center outward.
That is so nasty.
The production of Stilton is strictly regulated. Only half a dozen dairies in the world, located in 3 specific English counties, are licensed to produce.
Like, am I tripping, or is that straight mold? That's
It
straight
is.
mold action, right?
It's straight mold,
That's
yes.
what that is?
Yep.
And people willingly eat this.
Yeah.
You're eating straight mold action.
It's fucking gross.
Specific English counties are licensed to produce it, and only from locally produced pasteurized milk. It takes 20 gallons of milk to make each 18-pound cylinder of Stilton.
What a waste of
They
milk.
begin by pouring milk in a vat. Next, they add
That's
starter
a
culture,
pancake.
laboratory-grown natural organisms. Then they
You
mix.
said what? Run that by me again? What on this planet Earth did you just say just now? White Snoop with the 5, thank you.
Begin by pouring milk in a vat. Next, they add starter culture, laboratory-grown natural organisms.
What?
It looked like something.
Then they mix a blue mold culture called Penicillium roquefort.
Penicillin?
Penicillium. Looked like dirt.
Then they mix a blue mold culture called Penicillium roquefort with distilled water and add this to the milk as well. After about 3 hours, they stir in rennet.
It looks like if you dunk somebody's head in this, they'd get a brain-eating amoeba.
It just looks like dirty water.
After about 3 hours, they stir in rennet, enzymes that coagulate the milk fat.
Also some red 40.
After about 90 minutes, workers run a wire knife through the now gelatinous milk, separating the fat, called curds, from the liquid called whey.
It's just rotten. It's just rotten. It's just...
Well, that's normal for any cheese. Not the bacteria part, but like to separate the curds.
Then, overnight, they drain the whey out of the bottom of the vat. The next morning, the firm curds go through a mill.
It looks like a... Oh, Lord, look at the juice under it.
It's the whey.
This looks like cursed Rice Krispie treats.
The next morning, the firm curds go through a mill,
Yo, congratulations,
which breaks
Peyton.
them up into a crumbly consistency. Workers weigh out portions of 24
Look at
pounds.
this dude so happy to be making his blue cheese, not knowing the destruction he's causing. Look at this dude's face, he all happy. You ain't got nothing to be happy about, buddy.
Each of which will become an 18-pound cylinder of cheese. After adding salt, the company won't disclose just how much.
I wonder why. They gotta
Why does
dump
it
a whole
matter?
bunch of
It's
salt in it
salt.
to kill all that nastiness in there and cover it up.
2 workers gently hand mix the
What is
portion.
that, some eggs?
2 different mixing styles blending the ingredients more thoroughly than one. Then they funnel each portion into a cylindrical plastic
Funnel
cheese
the red
mold
40 in
called
there,
a hoop.
too. It looks like
Kind
popcorn
of.
from
I was gonna say it looks like popcorn.
The curds still contain whey, so workers stack the hoops for 5 days. Typically, cheeses are pressed to drain the whey,
My
not still.
goodness, they got like liquid running out of them.
They're draining the whey.
Here, gravity does the job. The cheese drains under its own weight. Workers flip the hoop once daily to drain through both the top and bottom. After 5 days, they remove the hoop. The cheese, now drier, stands on its own. While with a knife, they perform a critical procedure called rubbing up. They rub the entire surface with a flat blade, sealing all the holes so that air can't penetrate and cause premature internal mold growth.
What?
Now the cheese goes on to a stillage, a type of trolley, and begins its journey through the climate-controlled bluing rooms. Named for
The bluing rooms. Nothing good happens in the
The bluing rooms. Sounds kind of morbid.
You're hereby sentenced for treason. Send him to the bluing room. Then after that, send him to the, what was that other cabinet called? Send him to the bluing room. Then after he's been in the bluing room for a week, send him to the drenching cabinet.
Oh, the drench closet.
for the color of the internal mold growth, which occurs there.
You're hereby sentenced to a month in the bluing room. Nobody's ever survived that.
Workers flip the cheese daily to prevent its cylindrical shape from distorting under its own weight.
Oh, look at it, it's already rotting. Oh my goodness.
Within a week to 10 days, grayish-white, sometimes orange, naturally occurring mold begins growing on the outside.
It ain't no way.
And from that point on, when the cheese acquires a certain amount of mold, they move it to the next level room, then to the next one, and so on. At about the 5-week mark, they mount the cheese on the turntable of a piercing machine. With each press
How the turns have tabled.
of a foot pedal.
The fact that we got multiple people in here saying yummy.
Looks like poo-poo.
So after y'all see all this that's going on right here, you're still gonna sit here and say that this is good?
The turntable rotates slightly, and long
Look at
stainless
the-
steel needles pierce the
ooh.
cheese. These tiny holes permit oxygen to enter and kickstart the penicillian Roquefort blue mold culture
There they go with
that
the
the dairy
penicillin again.
put in the milk earlier on. Before long, blue mold gradually grows from the center of the cheese outward. To monitor the extent of the blue mold growth, the dairy's cheese graders draw samples using a tool called a cheese iron.
The inside still look okay.
A cheese
Oh, until
iron.
I saw that blue mold. Okay.
The iron reaches all the way to the core of the cylinder. When the sample
Oh, look, it's all, dude. That's so nasty, bro. This literally looks like a facility. It's like if a test sample from this facility got sent out into the public and it got accidentally released to the public, it would be like the start of the next Resident Evil game.
For real.
shows that the bluing runs right through. The cheese is ready, more or less.
No, it's not.
The time
Ready for
is
the
actually a
trash.
bit tricky.
Okay, eating it.
You nasty.
The timing's actually a bit tricky. Stilton is a relatively young cheese, best eaten between 12 and 14 weeks. The dairy does its best to coordinate shipping so that the cheese is at its optimum quality when it reaches the customer. Therefore, it ships 8 or 9 week old cheese to local stores and 7-week-old cheese to international customers so that the blue Stilton will be an ideal 8 or 9 weeks of age when it arrives at its destination.
People actually eat this. You want to know what the craziest part is, chat? I bet there's somebody in here right now that's
Eating blue cheese. Probably. Or having blue cheese like dip.
in a certain form. You just gotta do the numbers. There's somebody in here right now, like I'm talking at this very moment, that's sucking down some blue cheese. Case, what did you just say? Bella just said, Case, you have the palate of a 5-year-old. Big dog, go home. Okay, you keep eating rotten food and see how far it gets you.
Yeah, you can have all the blue cheese, bro.
Because I don't want to eat something that's literally rotten at its core. I'm 5 years old for that. Okay, keep eating rotten cheese.
I'll take having 5-year-old taste buds. Actually, it's not that. It's called having autism and ARFID taste buds for me.
In the middle of the night because you ate some rotten cheese.
So gross.
Pull it.
Oh no.
I don't. You blue cheesers really think you have enough of an army to win?
Legend has it that chocolate chip cookies were invented in 1930 by an American innkeeper who ran out of baker's chocolate. She improvised by breaking a semi-sweet chocolate bar into small pieces. Instead of melting, the chocolate merely softened, dotting the cookie with chocolate chips.
Oh!
They look homemade and they taste homemade, but this home is a factory.
No way!
Each ingredient goes into an industrial-sized
I've never
mixer,
had a
starting
store-bought
with white
cookie
sugar,
that tastes homemade, and I've had a
then
lot of
brown
cookies.
sugar,
Because I like my sweets.
And then the red 40.
then butter.
Look at that big old box of butter!
It's a big cube of butter.
Starting with white sugar, then brown sugar,
Look at the whole cauldron when the butter hits. It just shakes because he's got like a 50-pound block of butter.
then butter,
Boom!
What the fan?
Red
The
40.
mixer thoroughly blends these first ingredients until the butter becomes soft and creamy and the sugars are evenly dispersed. Then it's time for the headliner,
No,
chocolate
it's
chips.
Sound.
They're semi-sweet, which is a mixture of bitter and sweet chocolate.
I don't wanna eat it.
Next, flour. Followed by baking soda
followed
to make the
by
dough rise, and salt
Don't say
to
red
add
40.
flavor.
Red 40.
The final ingredients are whole
Red
eggs.
cookies probably have red 40.
Why did you beat those eggs? What is wrong with you, man? You were disgusting. And you said it so casually like it's an everyday thing for you. Oh yeah, next, raw eggs beaten. You horrible man.
The final ingredients are
look.
whole eggs beaten,
Beaten. You beat them
combined
eggs.
with vanilla,
Why?
made from beans harvested in
Why'd you beat them
Madagascar,
eggs?
Africa. Mixing resumes until everything's well blended, which usually takes about 5 minutes.
I wanna eat
The
it.
company closely guards
Get me some
recipe specifics,
salmonella.
but if you're curious, you could probably figure them out
Well,
by
yeah.
multiplying the ingredients of a home recipe
You just showed
to
us
the yield of a
everything.
production batch.
Besides the red 40.
Workers transfer the cookie dough to a machine called the former. It pushes the dough through round dies, producing row upon
Did I
row,
hear the word die?
Oh my god.
called the former. It pushes the dough through round dies, producing row upon row of round pieces weighing 1.4 ounces each, one of several sizes the factory produces.
Tiny ass cookie.
Oh,
The
look how
factory
cute
then
they
flash
are!
freezes the dough rounds.
Look
Sell
at
to food service
'em!
customers such as restaurants and hotels, which bake the cookies in their own kitchens.
Look at them!
The freeze tunnel uses liquid nitrogen
What?
to create the frigid temperature. The passing dough rounds solidify in approximately 5 minutes.
Okay, they're good.
Exiting the freeze tunnel, the dough rounds pass under a metal detector.
Look, some of
To
them
ensure
fell.
they don't contain
Save
any
them.
metal
And
particles.
nobody dropped their cell. Oh, dude, look at the little ones that are left behind.
Rounds pass under.
No, there's like a couple of them left behind down here. They gonna die.
Well, they all gonna die. They're gonna end up in my tummy.
Bro, they gonna die. Somebody gotta throw them in there. No.
Under a metal detector to ensure they don't contain any metal particles. This
Why-
safety
why
measure
would they-
is standard practice in the food industry.
Somebody go back and get them.
The
would
packaging
have
system
metal?
is entirely automated. The first station
That's
arrests
what I
the
like to see. Robots taking people's jobs. That's what we need to see right there.
I'm starting to suspect Case might be a
That's a
cyborg.
joke, by the way.
The second station lines it with plastic.
Plastic.
A conveyor belt, meanwhile, feeds the frozen unbaked cookies onto automated scales.
Look at them.
Once a scale hits the per box weight, feeding pauses, the bottom swings open, and the cookies drop into the box awaiting directly underneath.
Dude, I want a box of these, bro. They do.
The next station seal and label the boxes, which workers then load onto pallets. The pallets go into a storage freezer.
Y'all
where
just
they-
got docs. By
Gourmet
the way. I'm pretty
cookie
sure I've seen
dough.
Everything right there.
Workers then load onto pallets.
Yeah, somebody's social security number.
Okay.
Everything is on that.
Pallets go into a storage freezer where they stay until it's time to ship them out by freezer truck to the customer. This company also sells gift tins of cookies online and by catalog.
I want one.
For that market, they bake the cookies in-house. Workers lay out the dough rounds 2 inches apart on trays lined with parchment paper.
Uh-huh.
This prevents sticking, making it easy to remove the baked cookies without breaking them.
Uh-huh.
The dough rounds are nearly 1.5 inches wide.
Can I
by
eat the
1 inch
broken
high.
ones?
Hey, you need to be careful around there. You're going to wind up in a Mr. Ballin video. Top 3 places you can't go and people who win anyway. It's one of them stories somebody's pushing like a thing of cookies into a big oven. They trip and fall in there. And then their coworker don't know about it. They close the door on them and they get cooked.
That's horrific. I'm hungry. I want cookies.
As they bake, they flatten out and double in diameter. The trays remain in the oven for 7 minutes
He good.
at 300 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yo, what they gonna look like when they're done?
A turntable inside rotates them so that the cookies bake evenly throughout the tray. A few cookies per batch go to the quality control test.
What?
Can I quality control it?
Yo,
Test
I was
it?
expecting them to be like, what? Look, Chad, he's all grown up now. Just 4 minutes ago, we seen him at the start.
Who unfortunately doesn't get to conduct the assessment by eating the samples.
Oh, fuck that
Rather,
then.
the tester measures the diameter and
That's
height
messed
to
up.
ensure consistency and
How, what was that other place that you get to eat, like the mayonnaise eaters? They don't get to eat these and test them? That's crazy.
size and chip content. In the online and catalog order assembly area, workers line the bottom part of the
If I'm
gift tin
testing
with
it,
a
I'm
decorative
eating it.
cellophane
It was hot sauce, yeah.
bag. Then they carefully layer the correct
I
number.
know whoever be putting these in there be sneaking some when the cameras ain't on.
I know I
You
would.
can't tell me they're not.
Slip them
There's
in my
no reason
pocket.
not to. You would have literally no reason not to. Like they're already cooked and they're right there. It's just you and the cookies putting them
I
in the
couldn't be
box.
trusted. No, I couldn't be
Mhm.
trusted. Couldn't be
For
trusted.
fresh cookies inside.
I'm gonna leave
in
and
a stack.
what's in your pocket? Nothing. You
This
got
not only
50
creates a
cookies.
nice
You're
presentation,
fired.
It also prevents damage in
Oh yeah,
transit.
speaking of cookies, I'm about to put y'all on again.
Okay.
Some years back, we discovered. Have y'all ever had the strawberry shortcake cookies from Subway?
Yes, I have. If I get a cookie from Subway, that's the one I go with.
If you have never had the strawberry shortcake cookies, you mean raspberry cheesecake? Is that
Yeah.
what they was? Okay,
The raspberry cheesecake.
Either something like that. Raspberry cheesecake? Yeah, if you have never had the raspberry cheesecake cookies from Subway, it is literally not only the best cookie at Subway,
It's not the best cookie.
on the face of
No,
the
it's not.
planet
No, it's
in
not.
general, period.
No, it's not. Do you know what the best cookie is? Kroger, and probably other places too.
And if you have never
Have-
had one,
These like cake cookies, like they're
you
really
need to go
thick
get one.
and they're pumpkin chocolate chip. And
Oh, you
those
don't tell them
are the
"Yo,
best cookies
Valentine,
ever.
what am I gonna look like gatekeeping some Subway?
They also have just regular chocolate chip ones, but I like pumpkin chocolate chip. Pumpkin is good. Case disagrees, but like, have you
Why
ever
would I
had
gatekeep
pumpkin
some
bread?
Subway cookies?
It's like my second favorite dessert
Best
after
ever, crazy
cheesecake.
statement. It's not. You'll be saying it too once you have some.
They close the bag with a gold twist tie to seal in the
Did it
freshness.
have red 40? I hope so.
Close up the tin, then pack it for shipping. This is how to give a gift of homemade
That looks like white
chocolate
macadamia.
without
Ooh,
ever setting
fudge.
foot in the kitchen.
Or Lady Brown. I think it's, I don't know.
Man, them things look good, bruh. We gotta do one more. Should we do sticky buns? I like me some sticky.
I'm not even a fan of sticky buns. Got Hershey chocolate.
Yeah, sticky buns. Last one. Let's go.
Man, alright.
The Sonic Fun 99 menu.
Them things good, bruh.
French toast kit.
Have y'all ever had
Sticks.
the ultimate meat and cheese breakfast burrito from Sonic?
No. I only ever get slushies from Sonic, I ain't gonna lie.
Ultimate meat and cheese breakfast burrito from Sonic. Dude. It might be the best burrito on the market right now.
I just want to eat, I'm
It
hungry.
might be the best one.
Eat one of these, and you'll be sure to find yourself in a sticky situation. But no one.
Get it?
Ha ha ha, yeah. Man, that's something I don't like. I don't like messy food. Like, that's gonna be sticky, and I don't want sticky on my hands. I'd have to eat it with, like, a fork. Because I hate it when my hands get sticky. I don't like shit getting on
It's
my
all
hands.
and you'll be sure to find yourself. Eat one of these, and you'll be sure to find yourself in a sticky situation. But no worries. It's all ooey, gooey fun. A sticky bun is all about messy eating.
Yeah.
No.
Consuming one is a lip-smacking, finger-licking experience.
Yeah, it is.
No utensils required.
Well, they're gonna be used because, no.
Oh, man.
Sticky buns are sometimes called Schnecken due to their German origins.
Oh, that's the pecan ones, bruh.
The German word for snails, which
What?
the cinnamon swirl on top resembles.
Okay.
They start with
Look at
all-purpose
all
flour,
that red 40.
then blend in a premix of sugar,
Yep.
salt, and baking powder. Cream cheese and butter come next.
I thought that was
These
popcorn.
fats are just the right consistency for an automated dough hook to efficiently work them into the dry ingredients.
Yeah.
An employee then pours milk into the blender.
W gloves. Give them a raise.
It binds the ingredients, turning the mix into biscuit dough.
Ooh.
The dough needs to stay cool for food safety reasons, so they monitor the temperature. The next worker loads the dough into an extruder that squeezes it into a wide flat strip called the dough band.
Yo.
The dough band rides a conveyor that slopes down to a narrow channel.
Look at the dough band.
As it enters, the dough folds over from the sides, creating two
They're
layers.
killing Doughy's family.
A roller squeezes the layers thinner. A device called the fanner now zigzags back and forth to layer the dough ribbon style. The layers pile up 6 deep, and because they were originally 2 layers, there are now 12 in total.
Yo.
Mass.
Metal rollers press the pack down and thin it substantially until it's about 2/10 of an inch thick.
R.I.P. Doughy.
Next up is the sticky bun filling called cinnamon schmear.
Ooh.
It
Ew,
starts with lots
schmear.
40 right there.
of butter and lots of ground cinnamon.
Ugh. Not a
They
fan
add
of
brown
cinnamon.
sugar instead of white.
Mm.
It has an intense molasses flavor and is stickier than white sugar.
Oh my goodness.
Canola oil loosens and homogenizes the ingredients,
What?
transforming the mix into the sugary cinnamon paste known as the schmear.
Okay.
Schmear.
This cinnamon schmear is the consistency of cake frosting,
Uh-huh.
so it can be
Excuse
easily
me?
pumped over to the dough.
Dude.
Looks like chocolate.
Man, what I wouldn't give for a scoop of that.
I'd take a scoop thinking it's chocolate and then be highly disappointed.
A series of nozzles deposit dollops
It
of
looked
the
like poop.
sugar onto the sticky bun dough. The dough travels under a long blade that spreads the cinnamon schmear evenly. A device called a plow then lifts the outside edges and folds them over. Rollers press down the curled edges to tighten them. Each tightly curled edge will now become the center of a sticky bun roll.
Okay.
Angled rollers called roll winders pick up the curled edges of the dough and fold it into 2 parallel cinnamon rolls.
Cinnamon roll.
A guillotine blade slices the
No,
parallel
the
rolls,
guillotine!
creating sets of 2.
Oh my god. This is
Meanwhile, the
disgusting.
sweet and sticky topping is bubbling away in a big kettle. It's made of honey, brown sugar, and butter. This
But
topping
they had
actually
them.
goes on the bottom of the baking tray. They pump it into the container and then toss in pecans to give it some crunch.
We're just gonna ignore that happened?
Putting the topping on the bottom of the baking tray means, of course, that these sticky buns are to be baked upside down, once purchased by the consumer. It's a strategic baking technique. Cooked upside down, the sticky topping will saturate the buns for added moisture.
What?
And by not exposing the topping to direct
They
heat,
killed
it won't
'em.
burn as it caramelizes into a sugary glaze. The sticky buns now head into a tunnel chilled by liquid nitrogen for a very fast freeze.
Now they're gonna freeze them.
After
on
about
top
4
of it.
minutes, the buns emerge frozen solid, with the freshness locked in.
Cap. Everybody knows you lose the freshness once it's frozen. I can't believe bro said guillotine like it was normal. Oh, now they're on to the guillotine. Like we didn't just watch a
Guillotine.
murder. I'm getting banned for that.
The sticky buns then ride another conveyor to the wrapping station. Here, machinery quickly seals plastic film around each box of buns,
Yeah.
after which it's into an oven to heat shrink the plastic. It all
Man,
happens
they
in
look
seconds,
good, though.
giving the frozen buns no time to thaw. It has taken hours of prep work at the factory, but these frozen sticky
They
buns
look kind of mid.
are ready for baking.
Never mind.
All the cook has to do is pop the tray in the oven, and the buns will be ready in 20 minutes.
Oh,
No need to get
look
your
at all
hand.
that pecan action, bro. Oh my goodness, I like me some pecan action, bro.
And sticky by making them from scratch.
Man, that was crazy. Everything was
Oh my
going so
gosh.
good till they started guillotining them. Bro, that's like, what was it the other day we watched? What was they killing the other day when they was killing them oranges, bro?
Oh my gosh, juicing the oranges.
It was all good. They just started squishing them, dude. Yo.
Okay, that's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Please check out the bio for my socials and the Twitch. I'm live Monday through Friday on YouTube and Twitch with a variety of games. Yu-Gi-Oh! On Monday, multiplayer games, Tomb Raider Crusader on Tuesday. Wednesday is Pokemon Nuzlocke Horror Thursdays, and Nintendo Switch playthroughs on Friday. If you like the vibe, then please like and subscribe, and I'll see you later, YouTube.